Hey guys, welcome to my channel, and today I'm going to show you guys how I made strawberry lemonade concentrate and strawberry jam. So this video is going to be a little more different just because my life's been a little bit more busy and crazy, and I haven't really been able to just get out the camera and talk into the camera while I'm doing stuff, just because my kids are loud in the background, or the dog is barking, or the baby's crying, or the dishwasher's running, something. It's always noisy in my house. So I thought to make it a better quality video for you guys, I did a little bit more of a voiceover kind of style, but I decided to keep the intro and the outro a little bit more personable and more face-to-face with the camera. So let me know what you guys think of this little change up, if you like it, if you don't like it. Just let me know in the comments if you think I should change things up or if you'd like to see something a little different. But I think you guys will like this, and I hope you enjoy.
Okay, so before we get started, I just thought my son was so adorable, so I of course had to include him in here. He's actually asking me for a snack, and so that's why he's pointing to the cupboard. And so I'm actually starting with the strawberry lemonade concentrate, and I had bought some really oversized lemons. They were really big, and I didn't realize that they didn't fit in this brand new contraption that I just got. So I got this new contraption because the bowl part of my other one had broken, so that one was no longer in use. But this was becoming a lot of work because my lemons were oversized, so I said screw that, and I figured out a way to make it work. So I put the top on this bowl, and it worked out. And then I, of course, did not have enough juice, so I went back to the store and I made sure I had enough lemons this time. So I think I bought way too many, but it was okay.
So I thought I'd share with you guys this kind of cool little assembly line setup I came up with. So what I ended up doing is I take this, I have an empty lemon bag here, and then my bag full of fresh lemons here. So I take them, I pull a couple out, I cut them here just to kind of have a little bit of a lineup, and then I juice them. And then when I'm done with it, then I throw it in this bag. And then when this is full, I roll this up, and this is important. I kept this, so when I roll this up, I put this on it, and then I will just scoot this bag. It's already kind of rolled down, as you can see. I'll just literally just scoot it over into that place when it's empty. And then I will grab another fresh bag of lemons, and then I'll take the bag full of lemon rinds, and then I will set them over here. I love putting little systems and assembly lines in place because I just feel organized, and then I just kind of feel like I know what my next thing is that I'm doing, and it just kind of keeps everything nice and neat, easy to clean up. Like as you can see, there's not a huge mess with my lemons here, and I can stop at any time. I can roll this bag back up if I have to run outside with the kids or something, or I can, you know, I could just stop where I'm at and it'll be okay. So it's not like there's this huge spread of lemons and juice all over the place.
So in the beginning of this video, you're gonna hear me sound really like groggy and tired, and that's just because when I first started this voiceover, it was early in the morning. But as you can see, I now sound a lot more upbeat and energetic, and that's just because it's a different day and it's later in the evening when I don't have to worry about waking anyone else up right now. Okay, and now for the strawberries. I bought 2 flats of strawberries, so that's what you see here. And I am actually starting by just washing like half of a flat first. That's all that would really fit in this bowl. So that's what I'm starting with. I'm just dumping all the strawberries into this big bowl, and then I'm going to put some soap in there. It's like a vegetable wash soap. And then I'm going to, of course, add water and let them soak for a little bit. And then since at the moment of me making this video, I did not have a strainer, so I just had to use my hands, but that's okay, it was alright. And now I'm just looking up the recipe that I'm going to be using, which is the strawberry lemonade concentrate. I like to double check and triple check throughout the recipe as I'm making it because it's so new. So here I am just hulling the strawberries. Now I've never used like a tool to do this other than just like a knife because I never did this many strawberries before. So I thought it would be best to just pick up a couple tools to try out and see which one I like the best. So I started with this one. It's like a little claw with like a scoop. I don't really know how to describe it. And it was pretty cool. But what I really liked was this next tool that I was using. And it just seemed to just go a lot faster for me and be like more easier to use. I don't know. I think everyone is different, but this is just what I found that I really liked.
Okay. I kind of like that one too.
So I feel like there's a little bit of a learning curve with it, but I ended up really liking this one the best. So the recipe actually called for like 6 cups of like hulled strawberries, and then you blend that up, and that actually equaled out to being about 4 cups, so like 1 quart of strawberry puree. So that actually worked out perfectly, and you'll see why. Okay, and so by now you probably know I love my systems. So here you go. Here is another system of how I wash the strawberries.
Strawberries wash, we rinse, and then we let them dry over here. And then we come over here. And then we're going to do this thing. It's my favorite. Mash them. So then eventually they're going to go in here. I'm going to take this and I'm going to mash them.
So this was actually for when I was making jam, but the system was still the same. So there you have it. That was how I washed my strawberries, and I kept things all like neat and tidy and just kind of rotating constantly. So here I am actually mashing the strawberries for my next recipe, which is making jam. And I just love the way that this looked. Again, my son is asking for a snack. So being a mom in the kitchen, I keep getting pulled away. And this is why it seems like nothing can ever get done. But it's okay. I know it's just a season. And I will miss these days. I'm going to look back and I know I'm going to miss these days. But it just makes like things like this, like projects like this, actually took me several days because I was just constantly being interrupted. So for my jam recipe, it called for like 4 cups of smashed strawberries, or was it 3.5 cups? I cannot remember. But I will share with you guys the cookbook that I used. And then this is me mashing some more strawberries, and I love the way it looked so much. Like I just wanted to put it like on top of strawberry shortcake or something. So what I decided to do was to bag it up into freezer bags, just like 2 cups at a time, and then throw that in the freezer. And then I thought, you know, whenever we have like maybe angel food cake or ice cream or something that I want to just put like fresh smashed strawberries on, I can just pull one of these bags out and we can just dump that on top. Okay, so now that I got all the strawberries prepped, now we're moving on to actually making the strawberry lemonade concentrate. So I'm pulling out my jars of strawberry puree and lemon juice that I had, and I did this because I wanted to get the strawberries processed before they actually start going bad, because I was actually sick like the day after I got strawberries, and I was like, I'm not letting these things go bad. So I just took the time and I just prepped everything, and then later on in the week I actually made the things. So as you can see, I just added like a quart of lemon juice to the pot, and then now I'm adding about a quart of strawberry puree. So you see how that worked out? It was like a 1-to-1 ratio. That's kind of cool how that worked out. And now I'm adding tons and tons of sugar to this. I think it was like 6 cups or something like that. It was crazy. I'm not a fan of it, but it's what makes it taste good, I guess. So it's all right. I just tell myself that it's just a treat for every once in a while. It will be fine. Yeah, not thrilled. So if you guys hear a little bit of a change in the voiceover right now, it's just because
it's a little bit later and I went outside, and so now you might hear birds chirping. So if you do, that's what happened there. So now I'm adding the strawberry concentrate, or just the strawberry puree. And then I'm just gonna stir it all up. I'm gonna turn on the stove and get it warming up to, I think it was like 200 degrees, I think is all it was. I'm sorry, it was actually only 190 degrees. My mistake. And of course I have to do a little taste test. Does anyone else do that? Or I know I can't be the only one that does that. So here I am just checking it with a candy thermometer because I do not want this bad boy boiling over. And then right now I'm skimming off the foam, and the way I'm doing it right now was not the most efficient way. I thought that this would be like a really great idea, and it really wasn't, but you know, you live and you learn. I found what works best for skimming off foam is just using that wooden spoon that you saw there. Okay, and now I am preparing my canner. So my canner does actually kind of hang over the edge a little bit because it's pretty big. And I do have a middle burner, and I would have used that in case anyone's wondering, like, why doesn't she just use the middle burner? Well, it's because it's not working all the way. So I don't know what's going on with that. I'll have to have my husband look at it. And now I'm going to be using a roaster pan to put my warm jars on. So you warm up the jars in the oven first, only to like 200 degrees, like not that hot. Like I just put on like keep warm, I think, and it made them plenty warm enough. This is just basically to keep them from cracking because you're putting such a drastic, you know, like if you were to be putting like hot mixture into cold glass or vice versa, you know, it will shatter. Like everyone knows, this is like basic science. But anyways, I made the mistake though, like I thought that turning up my oven to like 350 degrees would be fine. And I was having glasses like I think I had like 2 or 3 glasses shatter on me. And I couldn't figure out why. Well, then I realized, and my mom kind of pointed out to me, she's like, you know, the mixture's only 190 degrees. You have the jars 350 degrees. Maybe it's a little bit of a drastic difference. And I was like, you know what? I think you're right, Mom. So I tried this way, and I put a roaster pan underneath it just in case, because before it got really messy. So this ended up working really well, and I actually had no jars shatter on me. So that was great. And now I'm just wiping the rims with like a damp cloth. This is very important. You want to make sure you clean those rims, because if you don't, they may not seal correctly and you can have issues with stuff just going bad. I've had that happen with like beans, and one of our maple syrup jars very sadly did that too. So just make sure you wipe the rims really well, and to prevent from botulism and all that bad stuff and just stuff going bad. And then you just put them in the canner, and I like to try and set them evenly as I'm setting them in. And I just personally like to do that myself. Otherwise, they just kind of like teeter-totter into the canner and it gets a little sketchy. So now I'm just gonna give them a little bubbly bath, and I don't start the processing time until the water is boiling again, and I do that by putting the lid on the canner so then it gets up to a boil faster, and then you just process them for like 15 minutes. And now it's time for a little baby break. Charlotte is just so cute, and this is like one of her favorite ways to take a nap is just me wearing her and patting her little bum until she falls asleep, and she will just sleep like that for so long. It's just so cute. I just love it, and I'm just trying to soak it all up. So now I'm moving on to our strawberry jam recipe, and I'm just using the one out of the Ball Complete Book of Home Preserving cookbook or book, and it's the recipe that's jams with liquid pectin, and I'm starting with 3 3/4 cups of crushed hulled strawberries. Now this is like my second batch of making it, so you're seeing me using up the rest of the strawberry puree. So if you're wondering like what the heck, that's what I'm doing. I figured what could hurt, so I just tried it, and actually didn't turn out bad at all, so it was all right. And then I added 4 tablespoons of lemon juice, which I believe is just like a 1/4 cup, so I think that's exactly what I added. And then, ready for the sugar amount? It's crazy. Anyone want to take a guess? It's 7 cups. No one have a heart attack over that, okay? I had to tell myself this is being spread out over several jars of jam, and again, it's just kind of a treat. It'll be okay, at least it's homemade, right? It's okay, it'll be fine, it'll be fine. And of course I have to get little chef involved because she loves to cook with me. Just look at how happy she is. Don't touch it. It's not hot yet, but it will get hot. What, oh, you want to stir?
Down.
So if anyone is wondering why I'm using an Instapot, it's because I don't have a bigger pot than my Instapot, and my first batch nearly boiled over. It was so scary. So I didn't want that to happen again. So you just bring it to like a rapid boil till it can't be stirred down, as you can see. And then you just pour in this pouch of liquid pectin. This is so cool. And then you just stir it nonstop for just like 1 minute. And then it's ready to go into jars. I think that is like the coolest thing ever. I don't know, maybe that's like every jam recipe. I'm just still very new at this, and I thought this is very cool. Okay, and now I'm just skimming off the foam. As you guys can see, this is after I discovered that using the wooden spoon is a much better option. And now I'm just adding the jars to the canner. And these only need to process for like 10 minutes. So you could see like how easily addicting this can become, because this was actually really fun. And here we are. Here is our strawberry lemonade concentrate. And then here is our jam. It is so good. Oh my goodness. I mean, it better be, because there's like 7 cups of sugar in it, but you know, it's whatever. Maybe one day I'll find like a reduced sugar recipe. That would be cool, but we'll just enjoy it as a treat for now. Thank you guys for watching my video, and if you enjoyed this one, please give this video a thumbs up and click the subscribe button so you can see more, and I'll just see you guys in the next video. Bye!